Imagine, centuries ago, a traveler journeying through a dense forest at dawn. As the first light touches the leaves, they pause and notice a small, glowing stone embedded in the earth. It feels alive, not just matter but a portal to something beyond. That traveler did not know it yet, but inside each of us lies a similar portal, a gateway to hidden realms of consciousness and insight. This portal is small, yet immensely powerful. It is the pineal gland. Nestled deep within the brain, the pineal gland has fascinated thinkers, mystics, and scientists alike for thousands of years. Known as the third eye, it is often described as the seat of the soul, a sacred center where our physical and spiritual worlds meet. Despite centuries of mystery, modern science is only beginning to understand its complex role in regulating consciousness and perception. But what if the pineal gland is more than a gland? What if it acts as a divine antenna, a receiver tuned into cosmic intelligence? Today we explore the full story of the pineal gland, its ancient symbolism, emerging science, and its potential to unlock spiritual awakening. The pineal gland has held a profound place in spiritual traditions around the world. In the context of chakra healing, it is identified as the Ajna chakra, the third eye chakra, responsible for intuition, inner vision, and consciousness expansion. Cultures from Hinduism to ancient Egypt have revered this tiny organ as a key to unlocking higher knowledge and spiritual awakening. The Eye of Horus, one of the most potent symbols in Egyptian mysticism, represents this exact concept: spiritual sight beyond ordinary perception. Philosophers like Descartes famously called the pineal gland the seat of the soul, hinting at its mysterious role in connecting mind and spirit. Recent research on pineal gland activation and its relation to melatonin production suggests it influences sleep, dreams, and even mystical experiences. But the greatest mystery remains: why does this pea-sized gland sit in such a hidden central location in the brain? Some speculate it's because the pineal gland functions as a bridge between the physical brain and higher consciousness. This enigma invites us to consider how meditation, mindfulness, and energy healing practices might stimulate the pineal gland, potentially aiding in third eye awakening and expanding our awareness. The pineal gland's form and function mirror the universal principles of sacred geometry, which many spiritual traditions see as the blueprint of creation. The Fibonacci spiral, the golden ratio, and fractal patterns all echo the structure of life and consciousness itself. The pineal gland, shaped like a tiny eye, is no exception. It symbolizes a dormant spiritual antenna capable of perceiving beyond the material world. Scientific studies now explore how light frequencies and electromagnetic fields might influence pineal gland activity, suggesting it could receive subtle signals from the environment and beyond. Esoteric teachings describe this gland as the channel for divine wisdom, where higher self-connection and cosmic intelligence converge. Decalcification of the pineal gland has become a popular topic, as modern toxins are thought to impair its function, dulling intuition and spiritual sensitivity. Practices like meditation, breathwork, and exposure to natural light are believed to help reactivate this gland, enhancing consciousness and opening doors to metaphysical science. This sacred bridge between body and spirit invites us to explore not only neuroscience but also ancient knowledge of energy healing and chakra balancing. The journey toward pineal gland activation is as much about quieting the mind and tuning into higher frequencies as it is about biology. But what exactly happens when the pineal gland awakens? How does this divine antenna transform our perception of reality? And can we truly access the cosmic intelligence it promises? The answers lie just beyond the veil, waiting for those willing to journey inward. Stay with us as we uncover the science behind pineal gland activation, the modern methods to awaken your third eye, and the profound spiritual shifts that follow. While ancient cultures honored the pineal gland for its spiritual power, modern science has approached it through the lens of neuroscience and biology. First described in detail by 16th-century anatomist Giulio Cesare Aranzio, this small endocrine gland was once thought to be a mere biological curiosity. Today, research reveals the pineal gland's essential role in producing melatonin, the hormone that regulates circadian rhythms and our sleep-wake cycles. Melatonin acts as the body's natural timekeeper, aligning us with the Earth's day-night cycle, but its influence reaches deeper. The pineal gland integrates light-frequency signals received through the eyes, helping regulate not only sleep but also mood and hormonal balance. This synchronization connects us to the rhythms of the cosmos, our biological clock entwined with universal cycles. But science is only beginning to scratch the surface. Emerging theories suggest the pineal gland may produce dimethyltryptamine or DMT, a powerful endogenous compound often called the spirit molecule. Released during deep meditation, near-death experiences, and intense mystical states, DMT may be the biochemical key to accessing higher states of consciousness. Could this tiny gland truly be the seat of the soul, as René Descartes proposed? Could it serve as a biological portal, linking our material brain to spiritual dimensions and cosmic intelligence? Imagine if inside your brain lies a molecular doorway to otherworldly experiences, a biological key to unlocking profound spiritual awakening. What if the mysteries of consciousness were hidden in this tiny gland? What happens when this gland produces DMT? How might this chemical unlock the hidden layers of human experience, bridging science and spirituality? The next chapter takes us deeper into the journey within. Mystics and yogis across the ages have identified the pineal gland as the center of higher wisdom and intuition, known in yogic tradition as the Ajna chakra or third eye chakra. This energy center governs spiritual enlightenment, consciousness expansion, and inner vision. Activating the pineal gland is not a casual act. It requires dedicated practices like meditation, pranayama, controlled breathing, and visualization to cultivate mindfulness and awaken intuition. These practices quiet the mind, fostering a deep state of inner stillness where the third eye begins to open. Countless accounts from practitioners describe this awakening as a shift in perception, where ordinary reality expands to reveal interconnectedness and divine guidance. These mystical experiences often involve heightened awareness, energy healing sensations, and direct access to universal consciousness. Modern science supports the link between meditation and pineal gland activation, noting changes in brainwave patterns and increases in melatonin and DMT production during deep states of meditation. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to see beyond the ordinary? To experience your mind expanding into vast cosmic awareness? The key might be hidden in the silent activation of your pineal gland. But what challenges does the pineal gland face in today's world? Why is this sacred center under threat, and how does modern life dim our inner light? We explore this in the next chapter. In the rush of modern life, the connection to our divine antenna, the pineal gland, has been compromised. Environmental toxins like fluoride, heavy metals, and pesticides contribute to the calcification of the pineal gland, reducing its ability to function optimally. Artificial lighting and constant exposure to screens disrupt natural circadian rhythms, further dulling our intuitive senses. This biological decay mirrors a deeper spiritual disconnect. We are increasingly separated from nature's rhythms, from the earth's healing energy, and from our own inner wisdom. The constant noise and distraction make it harder to enter the meditative states needed to activate the third eye. Despite these obstacles, the journey toward pineal gland decalcification and awakening remains possible. Detoxification methods, mindful living, and exposure to natural light can help restore this sacred organ's vibrancy. This process is about reclaiming our birthright to spiritual insight and cosmic connection. What if our very world is dimming the light inside us? How can we reclaim the power of our pineal gland in an age of pollution and distraction? Is there a way back to clarity and spiritual awakening? The next chapter reveals how reconnecting to nature and ancient wisdom can restore your divine antenna. Healing and reactivating the pineal gland begins with re-establishing a deep, harmonious connection to the natural world. Essential elements such as sunlight, fresh air, pure water, and nutrient-dense whole foods play a critical role in nourishing both the body and the pineal gland, supporting its vital endocrine and neurological functions. These natural inputs help counteract modern challenges like pineal gland calcification, allowing it to operate with greater clarity and sensitivity. Yet, the path to awakening the pineal gland goes beyond physical nourishment. It is fundamentally an inner journey rooted in cultivating mindfulness, meditation, and intentional breathing practices such as pranayama. These ancient yet scientifically supported techniques create the mental stillness and expanded awareness necessary to stimulate pineal gland activation and attune the mind to higher vibrational frequencies. Energy healing traditions emphasize the importance of chakra balancing, particularly the Ajna chakra, commonly known as the third eye chakra, as a gateway to unlocking intuition, psychic insight, and spiritual awakening. By harmonizing this energy center, practitioners can enhance their ability to perceive subtle energies and access deeper states of consciousness. This process of reconnection fosters a profound shift in perception, moving us away from fragmented ego-based awareness toward a more integrated experience of oneness with all life. As the pineal gland awakens, our understanding of reality expands beyond the mere physical, inviting us to recognize the universe as a unified field of energy, information, and consciousness, intricately interconnected through sacred geometry and cosmic intelligence. We align ourselves with this greater cosmic order through dedicated practice and mindful living, opening the door to higher wisdom and a transformative spiritual awakening. What if the secret to awakening lies not in technology or external sources, but in the simple, timeless rhythms of nature and breath? What happens when your pineal gland is fully reawakened? How does this shift your perception of reality and your place in the cosmos? The next chapter will answer these profound questions. When fully awakened, the pineal gland functions as a divine antenna, finely tuning us into the universe's higher vibrational frequencies and subtle energy fields. This connection transcends mere intellectual understanding. It offers a direct, experiential knowing of spiritual presence, cosmic unity, and the profound oneness that underlies all existence. Through this divine antenna, we gain access to ancient wisdom encoded within the very fabric of reality, knowledge embedded in sacred geometry, universal consciousness, and the interconnected energy web that binds all living beings. This deep spiritual insight has often remained hidden from the distracted, ego-driven mind but becomes vividly accessible to the awakened soul through practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and energy healing. Activation of the pineal gland catalyzes a transformative spiritual awakening journey, expanding our consciousness beyond the limitations of physical perception. It shifts our sense of self from isolated ego identity toward a broader, multidimensional awareness that embraces unity consciousness and the cosmic intelligence that flows through all life. Could awakening your pineal gland be the essential key to experiencing the universe as a single living, conscious entity? Could this divine antenna connect you to timeless spiritual wisdom, higher states of awareness, and the ultimate cosmic truth? The journey of awakening does not end here. How will you choose to tune in? The power to activate this sacred center lies within you, waiting patiently for your intention, your practice, and your willingness to listen. That we have journeyed together through the depths of history and science, through philosophy and mysticism. From the ancient temples and sacred teachings to the laboratories of modern science, the story of the pineal gland has unfolded as a bridge, a link between the physical world and the unseen realms beyond. The story of this small organ is not simply one of biology. It is one of transformation, awakening, and spiritual ascension. For centuries, the pineal gland has been known as the third eye, the divine antenna through which the soul connects to the cosmos. Ancient sages, mystics, and philosophers understood its sacred role, yet modern civilization lost sight of its deeper significance, caught in the distractions of the material world. But the story has not ended, it is only just beginning. As we bring this journey to a close, we come full circle. We return to the source, the divine wellspring of knowledge and wisdom that exists within all of us. The pineal gland is not merely an anatomical structure. It is the sacred organ that links the mundane to the divine, the physical to the spiritual, the material to the ethereal. This tiny organ, no bigger than a pea, is the seat of our higher consciousness. It is through the pineal that we perceive the unseen realms, the deeper truths of existence. The pineal connects us to the cosmic energies that flow through all of creation, and when activated, it opens the pathways to intuition, inner vision, and spiritual insight. The full circle is complete when we understand that the pineal is not separate from us. It is us. It is a reflection of the divine spark within, the thread that connects our individual consciousness to the universal consciousness. Now, more than ever, the world needs to remember this connection. We are standing on the threshold of a new era, one in which humanity can once again embrace its spiritual roots, reconnect with the earth, and awaken to the profound wisdom that lies dormant within us all. The pineal gland is the key to this awakening, and through its activation we can step into a higher state of being, a state of unity, peace, and divine consciousness. The pineal gland, once seen as a mystery, is now ready to reveal its full potential to those who seek. As we return to the source, we return to the truth of our essence, that we are not separate from the divine but an integral part of it. And it is through the pineal gland, the divine antenna, that we can begin to access the deep wisdom of the cosmos, finding within ourselves the answers to the greatest mysteries of existence. This is a call to action, a call for humanity to reconnect with its true essence. It is a call to look inward and rediscover the power that has always been within us. The time is now to awaken, to ascend, and to reclaim the sacred knowledge that is our birthright. Now the journey is yours to continue. The seeds have been planted, and the path has been illuminated. But the awakening, the true awakening, begins within you. Each one of us has the power to activate the pineal gland, to reconnect with the divine, and to step into the fullness of our spiritual potential. It is not a journey that can be taken for you. It is a personal path that only you can walk, but you do not walk it alone. The wisdom of the ages, the knowledge of the ancients, and the discoveries of modern science all point to the same truth. Within you lies the key to unlocking the door to higher consciousness. It is through the pineal gland that this door opens. To activate the pineal gland, you must first quiet the noise of the world. You must look beyond the distractions and reconnect with the silence within. This is not a process of force, but of surrender. Through deep meditation, mindfulness, and self-awareness, you can begin to unlock the immense potential of your pineal gland. And as you do, you will find yourself more attuned to the subtler energies of the universe. You will experience moments of clarity, intuition, and insight that will guide you toward your higher purpose. But the key to this awakening is not simply in the practices you do, it is in the intention behind them. The true awakening begins with the intention to know yourself as you truly are. To recognize that the divine is not outside of you, but within. The pineal gland is your divine antenna, and it is through this antenna that you will connect to the infinite wisdom that flows through all of existence. As you embark on this journey, remember that true wisdom does not come from external sources alone. It comes from within, from the very depths of your being. And as you awaken the pineal gland, you awaken the divine light that resides within you. This light has always been there, waiting to shine forth. Know that the path you walk is not just for your own enlightenment. As you awaken, you help awaken others. Each step you take toward higher consciousness ripples out into the world, creating waves of transformation. You are a part of the great collective awakening that is happening on Earth at this very moment. The awakening begins within. The journey to the source is not a destination but a continuous process of growth and evolution. Through the pineal gland, we reconnect with the divine, and through this connection we step into the higher dimensions of our being. The time has come to awaken, to remember, and to align with the wisdom that lies within. If this journey into the pineal gland and your own inner awakening resonated with you, take a moment to pause and reflect. Try incorporating simple mindfulness or meditation practices into your daily routine. Explore how tuning into nature's rhythms might help you reconnect to your own divine antenna. If you want to dive deeper, subscribe for more insights on consciousness, spirituality, and the science behind awakening. And don't hesitate to share your own experiences or questions about the pineal gland below. Let's explore this journey together.